Sorry.
So this is going to be the second UTF. If all of you are a bit familiar with what UTF is, kind of moving back up. So for those of you who are a bit unfamiliar with how UTF goes, it is the ultimate team fight where teams from all over submit their peoples and they all have to work together to complete a common objective. However, it is not very easy to complete this objective, and there are also things that me and Skeleton will be judging on. You'll be judged more than on just your basic fighting and all that stuff. You'll be judged well on synergies, you'll be judged on a bunch of other things that we will not reveal, and pretty much UTF is designed to see which team is made up of true heroes. And so, with that, fighting for Infinity Incorporated is going to be Kage, Feybane, and Kilby. You three are all representing Infinity Incorporated. Now remember, you all will be judged against how well the other teams do as well. Do your best. Now, you've probably noticed someone who isn't from Infinity Incorporated is here. I have asked him to stay. Delete. What team do you come from?
Come from the glorious Arms of Tomorrow.
The Arms of Tomorrow will have Delete in this match as well. And Delete, you yourself, you will also be judged on everything that I just said for your team. The better you do, the better your team does. Now, like I said, this is going to be UTF. Good luck, have fun, and show us which one of you all is made up of more true heroes. For this match, let's get into it. The objective. There is, for convenient purposes, an artifact inside of this, and again for convenient wording purposes, dungeon. There's an artifact inside of this dungeon. You will have to be going underground to go through this labyrinth of a dungeon to be able to get to said artifact and bring it back as most efficiently as possible. That is the mission. If for some reason that the objective is not cleared, if for some reason the objective is not cleared, then we will be assigning various rulings based on who, what, where, when, why, and how. We cannot say what is inside this dungeon. All we can say is that all of you will do your best to get inside, get this artifact, and get the heck out. And I did say all of you. Delete. You will be joining Infinity Inc. in assisting them. Do your best to play your cards right and help them get through. Any questions?
I have one.
Yes.
You said Delete's helping us?
Yes.
This isn't like a play on words like help us as in he's actually going to try to kill us.
Nope, Delete is on the same team as you.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
I had the same
No
question.
further question.
Skeleton, anything else to add that I forgot from my speech?
Oh,
No,
I do have a question.
you really didn't forget anything. Just get out there and do your best.
Yep.
Question.
Yes.
You said all of us have to go in. Does that mean the entire team has to walk into the dungeon and out, or does that just mean as a team we work together to accomplish it?
As a team, you work together to accomplish it. Do what you need. And you actually brought up a good
Okay.
question. I did forget something from my speech. we will be accounting for if or when characters would go down. Meaning, let's say in a situation Kilby were to explode. If Kilby were to spontaneously explode, we will keep that in mind. We will keep that in mind in our judging processes. If a player goes down, it doesn't mean that it's the end of everything. Everyone can still go through and complete UTF. We'll just know, we're keeping in mind if or when players go down. We'll still have you go through and do everything and all of that stuff. But if we find out that you died 2 seconds into the thing, didn't matter that you had strategy for the rest of everything. You're down. Do your best. And with that, let's get everything started. And it's time for Infinity Incorporated to show us what they're made of. Let's start. As I said, it's a dungeon opening. Standard stone doors, stone staircase leading into the downwards. How will you all proceed?
Collective, you should not be here.
Policeman Echo, there we go. How will you all proceed?
So are there any, so there's a staircase. Are there any walls right next to us?
I mean, it's a staircase going downwards into the earth. I would expect there to be walls.
Fair point. This staircase didn't go through it. What would happen?
What?
I'm gonna.
Right, so first off, before anything happens, I am going to buff the whole team.
As in?
Very first move.
And I'm gonna summon a box or not a box, a construct that if Quilby would like to throw a portal on that, he can. But big enough to fit through the door.
All right. And Fabane, you said you would be doing what?
Buffing the whole team with my defense beam.
All right. Kilby,
Yes.
what will you be doing?
I will be utilizing the surface that Kage has given me with his construct to open a portal big enough for us all to walk through. And then from there, I guess we go down the staircase.
Yeah. I tell my construct once we're through his portals to go down the stairs.
With you all through Kilby's portal?
And with,
Yes.
yes, with delete as well.
Yep.
All right, Delete, what will you be doing?
I guess I'll just be joining them in the portal on the construct's back. This is all very alien to me.
Very alien as in...
I don't know what the hell heck is going on with these people, but sure, I'll follow their lead.
All right. And Fabane, what exactly do you mean by helping everybody?
What do you mean? I'm going to use my protection beam on the whole team.
All right, I see what you're saying.
Yep. And I plan to keep that up at regular intervals, regardless of if there is a visible threat or not.
All right, so you guys just head down this little stairway?
Yes.
All right. As you guys will go down this stairway, again, this is a nice preparation time. The hallway, delete to kind of explain what you are. You're kind of in this world. All of you guys are kind of in this world. I don't know if Apollo's first. You all are in this world. And everything is sort of, a bit off color and everything, but you're not really affecting the world outside of you. Now,
Okay.
how will you actually plan to traverse the actual labyrinth?
My plan is to utilize my construct to kind of go through the labyrinth with it in Kilby's portal until we could find the artifact that we are looking for. What do you see? It's kind of like a protection thing.
All right, so just heading through.
Yeah.
All right. Faybane, Kilby, delete, anything else?
Since we are in the spirit world, are we able to go through the walls of this labyrinth?
Nope.
Okay, so we do have to traverse it normally.
Are we timed?
Possibly.
I'd assume yes, because we're supposed to get it through as efficiently as possible. But what?
Is it like a maze?
What?
It's a very twisty, turny labyrinth place, like.
All right. So the way you get through a maze is to always turn the same direction at every turn. So I recommend that we pick any direction, doesn't matter, right or left, and we turn that way at every turn until we get through.
Okay.
Sounds good. I will ask, what form is this construct taking? Is it like a person form, like some other type of form?
It's just the shape of a door. Like it's basically a flat door that he could put a portal on that's just
Gotcha. Is it floating off the ground?
yeah.
Okay. Good enough for me.
So to be clear, there is a portal. To be clear, there is a portal just kind of no clipping from everyone else's perspective.
Yep.
All right. No questions so far. Now, going through this maze and everything, what happens when you encounter the golems? This is what will happen. Throughout this labyrinth, you're going to see various constructor golem-like things made out of almost some type of metal, some type of earth. Both of them scattered in throughout each other. And they're just patrolling. If they see this little portal that you have up, they're gonna go for it. What exactly do you all plan on doing?
For me, probably staying within the actual spirit realm, because do they exist on the spirit world as well?
I mean, you see them.
But do they exist in the actual spirit world at all?
Did you,
No.
if I can ask real quick, Kilby, did you leave the portal open or did you shut it after we came through?
Shutting it. So once we're all through, it would be shut.
Alright, so they would actually have no way of seeing you.
Afer.
It's just my construct floating. Just a black door.
Alright, okay, so to the outsider's perspective, nothing has changed. Everything's just kind of day as normal.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anything else for anyone to add?
Just that I'm keeping everybody defense buff still.
Skeleton King.
Yes.
Any questions?
As of right now, no, not really.
Delete, you had a question?
Yeah, so with these constructs, is there like any like visible tell on them, like what's animating them or whatnot?
No.
Okay, cool.
All right. Then, if that was your plan for moving through and all of this different stuff, you guys are essentially going to be skipping a few phases. Now,
See.
eventually, if or when you find your way out of this labyrinth, you find yourself in one really, really big room.
Really big?
Really big room. We're talking like huge. We're talking like huge in-game churches level.
Oh shit.
Kilby, are you driving?
Okay.
Someone moving back up.
Yes. I'll mute myself real quick.
So, huge, really big stone room. At the very far end of the room is some kind of really big glowy thing. Looks kind of cylindrical, but through there is a whole bunch other of these constructs. What do you do?
Do we know what the artifact in question looks like?
That was gonna be my question as well.
Really big cylinder.
Oh,
Oh, so that's probably it then.
Is there any way to be sure we're looking at the right one?
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
that is fair.
I mean, okay, so if you guys don't want to risk yourselves, I am more than willing to step out of the spirit realm and try and grab the artifact so that we can take it with us. Assuming that it hopefully is the artifact.
That is-
Okay.
Actually, I
Um,
do have one question.
Yes.
I know that I recently, earlier today, just paid for a gear. Would I have that gear with me?
Echo, could you please come up and say yes or no if it's in power comp yet?
Do I have that gear for this?
The gear that me and you literally just made?
Yes, earlier.
Yeah, that's in power comp.
All right. I haven't seen it yet. I'm still at the top of the list. I got like 5 out before this started. All right, thank you, Echo.
All right, so I recommend that
No,
we
Echo gotta go.
I recommend that we continue through the spirit worlds right up to as close as we can get to this artifact, and that before we open anything, I hit everybody with another buff.
All right. And then the plan was for Delete to go, if I am correct.
As long as y'all are okay with it.
I'm fine with that.
I mean,
Are
if you
you-
want to.
How sturdy are you?
Sturdy enough.
Could we not send a summons, Kage?
That's what I was gonna do. I was just gonna make a summons big enough for to put the pole for Quilby to put a portal up, so that way we could bring the pole artifact in here to look at it.
When I say really
Wait.
big cylinder, it's a really big cylinder. It's at least 10 foot by 10 foot in its diameter.
Yeah, that's not gonna fit through my thing.
Okay, well then never mind on that then. Let's do what Delete's plan is. But
Well, okay, so hearing that's that big, I don't think I'm that strong.
Oh, that's fair. That is
I
fair.
think,
What is the plan?
I mean, okay, so Kage, if you make a construct to help hold it, I think you and that construct could probably carry it, and the rest of us are on defense as we go out.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, and I don't think we even need to leave the spirit realm if the construct is carrying it, unless we encounter a reason to.
That is fair.
I mean, it depends on the strength of the construct
But
too.
let's first establish we're looking at the right thing. Power dealer, if we get out there and we look at it, will we find a way to know if we're looking at the right thing or not?
Who knows?
I mean, we could keep someone in the spirit realm to just navigate to see if there's one who's got the right thing.
Yeah.
Like, if there's anything else that could be it.
I think we need to get out and look at it and make sure we have the right one, and then
Yeah.
re-enter the spirit realm and leave only the construct to carry it out, unless we need to otherwise, come out.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. Because we go out, we look at it, we find it's the right one. I put it in a construct. We go back into the spirit world, and we get out to the best of
Yeah,
our
so-
abilities.
Delete, if you're still willing to go out and take a look at it, I'm going to go ahead and buff you and let you go look.
Delete.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to figure out some phone settings real quick because I couldn't hear. I'm sorry about that. So what was said?
If you're still willing to go look at it, I'm going to buff you, and then you're going to go look at it alone and confirm we're looking at what we need to look at.
Sounds good.
All right. Everyone else staying in the spirit realm, delete. You will head out. Delete. As you what do you do with this thing? You just look at it. Do you lick it? What do you do?
I'm gonna just look it over and be touching it, like feeling it, trying to see if there's anything about it that's like any type of power, magic, anything about it.
All right. As you tap the cylinder, you see almost energy go through the entire cylinder like a wave, almost. This is where things change. As you tap this cylinder and the wave travels throughout it, even in the spirit world, you all can feel a deep rumbling. As this rumbling, as everything starts to rumble, you start to see the cylinder is now moving. It is now moving upwards. And it's connected to something. And it's moving more upwards. And more upwards until something breaks through the ground. Eventually, all of you guys are standing here against a 3 to 4 story golem with something really glowy on its wrist.
Something really what on his wrist?
Glowy. The
I
big
assume that's the artifact.
big cylinder on wrist. Anything to say?
Is there anything else glowy on the golem?
That part is glowy. However, delete. All the other surrounding constructs also see this and will see you as well.
Oh.
I make construct buzzsaw big enough to cut the golem, and I say, hunt golems to it. That is what I do with a buzzsaw construct.
The small ones?
No, big one. Big enough
one.
to cut. Yes.
All right. Where did Quilby go?
Driving, I
He went to the
believe.
spirit realm.
All right. So delete. You are outside Kage, but you're in the spirit world. How's that going to work?
Well, am I able to summon my construct in the normal world as I'm in the spirit world?
No.
Well, shit. So I have. Are we assuming Kobe's portal is open now, or no?
it was closed, as we were assuming. Delete, is there anything you are going to do, now being face-to-face with Aulaward?
Okay, so giant golem, and then there's a bunch of other smaller ones, right?
Yep.
Can I attempt to climb the big one?
This thing's going to be swinging at you the whole time. What's your plan?
Hopefully it knocks its own leg out, but I'm going to try and be between its legs, because I'm assuming it's humanoid form, right?
Yes.
It's a humanoid stature. Okay. I'm going to be trying to go in between the legs, so it's a lot harder for it to actually like try and swing and hit me without it doing damage to itself, hopefully.
All right.
I'm just trying to get some more speed.
All right, and so you're just staying in between its legs. What happens when it's going to land a kick or a hit on you? Echo, move him up.
I'm going to use my
I did
fancy
buff him right before he went out.
True. Can I ask what this buff does?
He's gonna. It defends against high DPS. He's gonna bounce off you like a ping pong ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll keep climbing, trying to get somewhere where it's not easily able to hit me, like the back of its waist, if that sounds about right, you know?
All right, and so Delete, you're trying to maneuver around this, this slightly metallic golem, you're moving around its legs and you're trying to do all that stuff, trying to dodge its shots. Anyone else? What's anyone else doing?
Well, Quilby's back.
Quilby!
Quilby, please open a portal and let us out.
So yes, for my gear, Power Dealer, if you do not know what my gear is, it is
You can take a look.
Yep.
But continue. What's your plan here?
I'm going to use these Shiva arms with plates on them to open up a portal big enough for people to fit through. And I'm going to move it as close as I can to everybody for them to jump through. And when they go through, I'll move it over to the next person and so on and so forth. As soon as everyone's through, I'm going to try to close the portal and make sure that the golem does not get into it.
Okay, I think you're missing some steps here. We're all still on the inside with you, Quilby. Everyone's at
Yeah.
Delete. He's out there facing a huge ass golem alone.
Hmm.
And
I need
several
I'm in my
others.
construct to go fight these golems.
We're opening a portal to leave?
Well,
Wait.
the moment he opens a portal, I throw a construct out to go fight the golems.
Hmm.
That's
And I'm going
Like,
to drench his construct in poison.
So what's the plan here?
I
Opening
summon
a
a
portal and then closing it once Kage and Febane let the construct go through.
But you will stay in.
Hmm?
Okay. So portal's
And-
open. Febane, Kage, what's your plan?
Go first.
I make a buzzsaw construct to go fight golems.
Tiny one?
No, big one.
Big one. So you make real big buzzsaw and just throw it at the golem.
Yep. Ah.
All right. Febane?
I'm going to find out if my poison works on these things and drench his construct in poison. And then I'm going to remind Quilby that we have Delete out there wandering around.
Okay. Febane, when you shoot these things with your poison. No, not really. The earth ones, you're kind of actually drilling a hole into them. More. You're kind
Okay.
of more drilling a hole into them kind of somewhat slowly. Not slow, but, somewhat slowly. And you're pushing them back, too. But they're just still kind of fine other than that. Delete. What's your plan? You're in between all the different golems and all of this.
All right. I'm gonna try and get a shot off where it's going up pretty much the center. So, assuming I'm on kind of like its backside, I'm gonna try and get a shot off so it's going through the majority of the golem, where it's just going up and through. So maybe there's something to hit where it just might shut it off, but I don't have high hopes for it. But I'm gonna do 2 shots just to try and see.
All right, Kage.
I-
Kage, as you throw your buzzsaw at this gigantic construct, you're noticing it's not cutting through. In fact, your buzzsaw is actually breaking. You do cut through a decent bit, but then your construct will break. Delete. As you shoot straight through this thing, it's not going to go straight through. It gets maybe half a foot through and then stops.
This golem is not made of fucking 100% titanium or unobtainium, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to try and cut its arm off that's got the
Yeah.
artifact on the
Yeah.
wrist.
So what's
We
No,
need
I'm
to
a-
focus right there.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll
going-
definitely be the thing.
Before my construct gets destroyed, I'm gonna desummon it, make another construct, and I'm gonna tell it to go for the bright and shiny arm. On
targeting bright and shiny arm, going to sever that thing?
yes,
Gilby,
Yes.
anything.
So making a portal for delete to actually go through. And then once he's through it, closing that so that he's not just running around with a bunch of golems. How big is this glowy pillar arm you said again? Like 10 feet wide?
Yep. It's 10.
Gotcha. Yeah, just making a portal for Kage's
Kilby, can
construct.
once you have delete in, can you also open a portal for me to shoot my poison at this? And I'm going to try and cut off the wrist as well. And I'm going to be using my pressure point on my right hand to increase the power of my stream.
Mm-hmm. So opening one portal for delete to be able to actually go through, opening another portal for Kage to be able to send his construct through to be able to attack with the buzzsaw, and then opening a third portal and actually using the controls on my gear to move it around properly for Febane to shoot her poison at the golem.
Okay. Now, what happens when you're attacked? This golem is going to be swinging itself around. It's going to be throwing at you. It's going to be smashing, attacking, throwing the ground at you. And policeman. Thank you.
I'm going to continue to hit everybody with my buff every chance I get. Every time a portal's open till delete's in, he's getting buffed too.
Now
Everybody's getting buffed whether they're in or out.
Now what happens when they get hit? Delete. Kage, you guys are the guys up close fighting. What happens when this big thing smacks you and you don't go flying back, but you still get hurt? Not as much as you would. But what happens when this golem smashes the heck out of you guys and just lays into you?
Is its attacks going through us but damaging us?
No, it's still hurting you like it smacked you. Not as much as it normally would, otherwise you guys would be taking massive damage.
And we're in the spirit world.
Before the spirit world.
Before the spirit world.
What happens
Okay.
then? Kage delete her out. And what happens when these other golems go up and punch you? The earth ones don't seem to be hurting you really. But what happens when the metal ones hit you?
Did Kage ever leave the spirit world?
Yeah, Kage left to help delete. And Febane.
I thought we only opened and shot through. And opened and let delete in.
That was now. When everything first appeared, Kage and Febane went out.
I thought Kage just
I never
shot the
left.
construct out.
I thought we were
No.
leaving.
I just got my
We were letting
construct
just
out of
delete
the
out.
portal.
All right, so then everyone stays in the spirit realm, and everyone tries to bail. Everyone tries to bail out as best they can. That was where the portals come in. Everything's going through. So what? How are you going to take this thing down from the spirit world? If there is a portal open, it's gonna punch it. It might even
How
throw
big
a
are
couple of
how
golems
big are
inside.
all of their fists?
So the portals we have open are only like big enough for us to shoot out of, or temporarily big enough to send Kage's summons out and then shut again. And then we opened one and let delete back in.
There
So
would
as of
only
now,
be
like-
one portal big enough human size, and that would just be for delete. Everything else is going to be smaller portal size for the poison and the constructs to go through.
Now, what happens when a golem gets sent through?
How big are these columns?
Like half a person's size.
Oh, they're midgets.
We're fighting midgets.
Just
How are
scoot
they?
over.
How are they being sent through? Are they being like thrown through? Are they trying to
Yep.
crawl through the
Thrown
portals?
through, crawling through. If a portal shows up, a golem's trying to get in.
If they're thrown through, the portal is on my Shiva arm, so I would move the portal out of the way. If it's trying to crawl through the actual portal, closing it on the golem as it's trying to go through.
Okay. What happens when you try closing it on a metallic golem and it doesn't close all the way? He's kind of stuck in it like you closed a window on him.
Well, is it only the one? Is it only the giant one metallic, or are there also small metallic ones?
There are also small metallic ones.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well, it sounds like we should
Well-
start thinking.
Skeleton, any questions?
My
Did you?
only question was gonna my question was gonna be how they react to the golems, but you seem to bring it up. So
All right. Well, how do you do it?
Well, my saw blade is going after all golems. Like, I gave it the command to hunt golems.
But it was breaking. That was
Oh, yeah. And then before it broke, I would desummon it, summon a new one, send it out.
Echo, just police. Continue.
And continue with that. If possible, I would also say before it ever gets hit, to go intangible so that way it could withstand getting hit more.
Oh,
So that way-
saw blade's getting hit. Oh, a punch is coming. Now it's not there. Oh, I punched through the saw blade. Oh, it's there again. I punch it.
Mm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Baybane.
Yes, I'm going to continue buffing everyone. I'm also going to gonna try and cut in half whatever part of this golem is sticking through with my poison at the highest speed I can go with my right hand.
Now, what happens when it just kind of splashes off of him?
I thought you said it kind of did some damage, like it cut through it somewhat.
You attack the small golems up first, and rock ones.
I thought we were talking about the small one that's stuck in the portal.
yeah. The ones that
The
get stuck in the
small
portal are metal.
Oh.
Yeah, the rock
Hmm.
ones get cut in half, but the metal ones, presumably unobtainium ones, are sticking.
Honestly, I think we should leave it. If it's stuck there, it's stuck. We're down a portal, but it's stuck.
Right.
Delete.
Okay, so small question about my power. When it comes to like the amount I can shoot, if I space them out, can I shoot more, or is it like a magazine where once I go through that many, no matter how
You can-
spaced out they are?
You can space them out.
All right.
However,
Uh,
spacing them out isn't going to help you too much. I mean, it might get 1 or 2 extra over the course of a fight.
gotcha. Shit. I guess I will try and help out with, like, Kilby if you just want to try and open portals on the golem's arm where the shiny thing is, where the artifact is. I can try and, like, shoot a bit to try and get it a bit weaker so it's easier to break off, if that makes any sense.
Something I am now realizing. Echo, I may have to ask you to leave.
Hmm?
Incarnate, you may have to judge. Not judge, but like keep a hold on everything. Thank you, Incarnate, for staying down there.
May I ask why?
Aren't you competing?
Well, yeah, but I'm a judge who's honor bound to not metagame.
Mm-hmm. Even still, I would like to have you out for this one. I know you're the leader and all.
Isn't Delete in like the arms of tomorrow?
Because he's competing right now. You're not competing right now.
And he's also not obliged to not metagame, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he can totally metagame, and that's legal.
Delete. Old buddy, will you promise me to not metagame?
It's a little late for that, guys.
And I can't spectate, and like it's actually like a part of my job to not metagame.
That's why me and Skeleton are the judges here.
That doesn't answer my question at all, but I'll leave if you insist.
I would. There are a couple twists and turns I'd like to keep secret for you. Incarnate, if you can stay back and be the policeman.
Sure thing.
I should have said that before, but yes, there's a difference between the two different types of metas. Delete can metagame and tell people explanations afterwards if he did cheat. Echo can use his own stuff. Delete can tell other people. Echo uses what he saw himself as a difference. Not to mention there are a couple surprises that won't exactly get him by surprise. You can only metagame.
Question.
Yes.
Should I, what is the penalty? Is it just
kick him.
like
Just kick him.
timeout?
Just kick him. Just kick him from the
Kick him.
chat.
The server?
Kick him from the chat. Go down back, Incarnate.
Okay.
All right. Going back to all of this. So if that's everyone's plan of attack, eventually, there's a pretty good amount of defense going on. Skeleton, any questions?
I do have one. If there were come a time where, because there's more than one tiny metal golem, right?
Yep.
What if there come a time where all portals are now covered with, or not covered, filled with metal golems? What would you guys do then?
Kelly, if it sounds all right with you, I'd recommend just opening it up just a little more, and then we just all work to kick it out.
Would that be possible, Petey?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can widen it. Yeah, probably just widening the portal enough for us all to like actually push the golem out of the portal, and then moving the portal or closing it as soon as it's out of the actual portal itself.
Did that answer your question?
Yes.
I do have another question. How exactly are you planning on getting good vantage points by attacking this thing? If all of these portals are either on the floor or on a wall. Kilby has
they're
one,
not. That's
Kilby
where his
has
gear
one
comes
moving.
in.
Kilby has one moving with him.
I have multiple Shiva arms.
So all of them are on Kilby.
Yeah, all three of my portals are like on these Shiva arms.
And essentially you are standing in between the theoretical golem, their target of attack, you, and then the person, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The arms can also move. I just gotta throw that out there. I have a thought though. We turned this thing on by touching it. It makes me wonder if there's a way to turn it off. Anybody?
I mean, maybe if we touch the pillar again.
Maybe that could work.
Yeah. But
Let's try it. Let's open a portal and reach our arm through, touch it. Everybody's buffed, of course.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Just a
if,
teeny portal big enough for an arm. Nothing more.
So trying to do that. How? The arms are way up there and you guys are way down there.
I haven't said what gear I'm using right. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't.
So, Kilby, are you all right with me carrying you?
I guess.
Cool. I guess we can get up there using jetpack.
Oh,
And they called me.
How many
stupid for
people can
bringing a
you carry
jetpack
with this
underground.
jetpack?
What?
How many people can you carry with this jetpack?
From previous experience, I could carry like 1.5 other people.
I do have to ask, how are you carrying me? Like, the position of carrying is very important to me at this current moment. Are you picking me up like I'm a child, like bridal style? How is this happening?
Well, it depends. How should I pick you up?
I didn't ask how you should. I'm asking how you're doing it.
I
That's
mean,
important.
realistically, we're working together here on this, yeah? I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'd ask you how I should pick you up.
No further questions.
But if there will be no elaboration, it will be under the arms.
Good to know. Good to know.
All right. So, Delete, you'll be picking up Quilby to kind of move him up to the arms. You see the golem over there. You're like, okay, I'll fly him this way towards the arms or the shoulders.
Yes.
All right. How do you guys go from there?
I mean, we can try and get closer to the arm before opening a portal. Just try and touch it again.
Who would be touching
But-
it? Delete or Quilby?
I think I should touch it since I was the one who touched it originally. Maybe it's one of those types of things.
So you're holding him under the arms, and you just kind of reach around and put one in.
Mhm.
I'd like to say that they're both buffed again. Real quick.
They're both what?
Buffed again.
Okay.
I shot him with the beam.
Delete. If this happens and you open it, you touch it. The golem knows where you're on. It's going to try punching you.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
No, like that's what happens.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
So, do I touch it?
You touch it, and then the golem just knows where
Okay.
you are and tries attacking you. It doesn't do anything else.
Okay, so nothing else. Cool. Cool.
If that's everyone's plans, over the course of about 10 minutes of rigorous fighting, the arm is very close to being severed.
All right.
Hey, it's been 10 minutes. Hey, I mean, I can finish
How,
severing it for you guys.
If the golem
Wait.
isn't directly attacking us, how much movement is this golem doing? Is it like just kind of standing there unless it knows where we are?
No, it's like looking around, swinging, trying to get you. If the portal shows up, it's going to punch it.
If no portal or anything is visible, what does it do?
Look for you.
Consistent moving? Or is there any times where it stands still?
Oh, there are times where it stands still.
How long would it be standing still for, usually?
What's the plan?
If it depends on how long it stands still for.
Depends on the plan.
If it stands still for longer than 3 seconds over and over, I'll try to open a portal on the actual arm that has the glowing pillar on it. Is the whole arm this glowing pillar or just like part of it?
Part of it.
Part of it. So opening a portal on the arm in between the shoulder and the glowing pillar part,
Okay.
giving Delete like a spot where he can actually shoot the golem's arm without being in risk of being attacked.
Kage, Feybane, anything else?
If at any point, before when I summon a new construct, I'm gonna make a drill construct and try and use the drill construct to, as I said, keep going after golems and just try and get through them, as well as if whenever before it gets hit, it would before it gets hit, it would go into the illusion state, come back and keep drilling.
Feybane?
Yeah. So, if we are going to be working together and trying to have Kobe open a portal and blast it to death, I gotta ask real quick. This particular golem is made more out of metal than dirt, right?
More metal than dirt, yes.
Sweet. I'm going to help my team out here, and I'm gonna take everyone who's right up here by the portal, and we're gonna phase at least 2 or 3 times, and I'm gonna hold that phase as long as I can so that everybody stays pretty intangible while they're trying to do this. It's gonna provide them some coverage.
All right, delete.
Yeah. So, seeing as how 10 minutes has passed, I will assume that I got a fresh new one, yeah? Fresh supply.
And so your plan is just to shoot the beam?
Yeah, it's going to be I'm going to keep trying to hit the beam in a circle around the arm so that it comes in from all directions and hopefully someone else can finish and snap it off because it's structurally weaker now.
Skeleton, any questions?
No, not really.
All right, then after all of this strategy, the arm would be severed. The moment you sever the arm, you notice that all of the golems deactivate. And
Sweet.
the big one, the main big one, just kind of goes, wow. Kind of slumps over. And
Sweet.
all that's left, the cylinder, is still glowing.
Hey, cool.
Okay. No one touched that cylinder. Let's
Agreed.
get a construct to carry it, and let's
Yes,
get out of here.
I put it in a black box that's big enough to hold it.
All right.
Ticker, stop suggesting to touch it. Stop it. Don't do that.
And so everyone does this from inside the spirit world? A portal opens up and you just put it in the box?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And let's clear out the
And
other portals.
I know I've said it a million times, but I'm still keeping everyone buffed, just
All
for the
right.
record.
As all of this goes on, Kage, the moment you put it in a construct, rumbling starts to happen.
Oh, not again. I canceled the construct.
You cancel the construct and the rumbling still continues. This time you
Fuck.
notice it's not coming from the ground. It's coming from above.
Oh, no.
You start to notice the ceiling is caving in on itself. Everything is falling apart.
Oh, shit.
I'd say keep the construct around the artifacts now
I'm not
and see if we can
cancel
get it
it.
up.
I'm also gonna
I make another construct around it and then speed out with everyone.
Now, how exactly is everyone going to speed out? The construct can't exactly be moved fast. It's really big. There's a labyrinth ahead. You all are in the spirit world. What's the plan?
Oh shit, you're right.
Wait. Okay. One question.
Well-
Can this cylinder fit in the labyrinth? Like, is the labyrinth big enough for it to fit where we can actually, like, turn it around corners and
I mean,
whatnot?
it can get to the doorway. After that, it can't really get through the paths.
Fuck.
I think
Is there a hole?
Kage could give a command to his construct.
Yeah, I command my construct to take the pillar out any way possible.
If we're in the spirit world and the ceiling falls on us, what happens? Does it just go through us? since we're in the spirit world, does it actually crush us?
The environment can crush you.
Environment can crush us.
All right. I'm
Uh,
going to phase everybody. This is why I saved a couple of phases. And we're going to go up through this stuff that's falling on us, get safely above it.
How?
Um,
How will you get
I'm
above what's
assuming-
falling?
Couple things. We're going to be working together. It's going to be fast. We're going to be desperate. Delete's going to use the pack, I'm assuming. I will fly if needed. Couple people could use the summoning if needed. We've got, but I
Fabian,
am going
you
to
had-
phase everybody
Time short
so they
here.
can not get crushed by this. Yes.
Right. Fabian, you had like poison that was working on just the normal rock and whatnot, yeah?
Yeah.
You're able to shoot that, right?
I can fly with it. So I'm taking care of myself. I'm getting out. I'm phasing you all so you guys can get out.
What if you try and clear a path upwards for this thing? Like, do we know how deep underground we are?
Very deep.
Oh, very deep. Okay, that's probably not going to work too well.
Plus, I don't want it to get all over you guys. I'm keeping it away from.
Now, what happens when Kage's structure is broken? Things-
Could I make my structure into a drill and drill with it and make the doorway bigger? I mean, everything's crumbling around us anyways.
Going through the
Just-
labyrinth that way?
Yeah, just put the construct in a drill, put the drill in front of us and drill.
Okay.
But let's not drill back directly the way we went in. Let's drill a different direction because there was all those golems the way we went in.
You guys notice, as everything, at this point, it's taken a bit of time to work with the strategy. At this point, I'm moving on. You guys notice the cylinder is pulsing. It's glowing. Kind of like wavy, same as it did before.
Hmm.
What will you do?
About it being wavy?
So, is this a solid cylinder
Yep.
or like a hollow cylinder?
It's a pretty looks pretty solid.
Do we need to retain this thing in one piece?
Preferably?
Just checking.
Is this cylinder made out of the same material that the metal golems were?
Kinda.
Okay.
It looks to be more refined.
Oh,
Could I send
okay.
the villager ahead of us in a construct? Like way ahead of us, like in the drill. Like so that way it is guiding us out as is the command.
Kage, you notice your construct isn't exactly carrying this thing effectively. It seems like it's actively resisting you.
Fuck.
We should let the construct focus on getting us out rather than having it carry. Would 4 of us working together be able to carry it?
As in how? Like go up and like lift it up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like lifting it,
You can
because
do it.
that seems to be the only way we're going to get it out.
Delete, will you be leading with that? Delete, will you be leading with that plan?
I mean, I can lead if other people want me to.
Do you
I do
have
like
some
that
added
plan.
strength,
I'm sorry?
Delete?
What? What was that?
Delete. Do you have some added strength? I've been trying to figure this out.
I do not have any added strength.
Okay. Then I suggest we make it a team effort.
Team effort.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'll make my construct go translucent, drop the pillar wherever it is, and send my construct to drill a hole out of here.
Up or left or back where you came from or whichever.
Yeah, to get us out, just a way out to the
Right.
surface.
Everyone goes out to go and try and gets this. Delete. The moment you get close enough, the pillar shrinks.
Mm,
Delete.
Oh my
What?
god.
The thing we've been chasing?
Delete. The thing that is glowing is now on your wrist.
Oh, okay.
What?
That makes
That's
it easy.
Delete. The doors that you guys came from now open. There's a path straight back to the labyrinth.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, we should probably go that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow delete.
I'm gonna have a portal open for us to get back into the spirit world. Then
All right. Everyone heads
Yeah.
back into the spirit world?
Spirit world and
Yeah.
follow and go through the door.
follow the leader.
All right,
Yep.
everyone goes.
We aren't. Hold on. If I may, real quick, we're not sure Quilby survived the roof falling, so let's just keep that in mind as we proceed.
Right.
Delete.
Yeah.
As you try going through this portal, you get stopped right at the arm.
Oh, that's how it's gonna be. Okay.
Oh shit.
Kage, would you
Yeah.
be so kind as to leave a construct with me to drill a way out?
Yeah, I will leave a construct to help in case any cave-ins happen as a drill. Like keep making drills to keep destroying as many rocks as possible.
All right. Now, as you guys leave,
Sure.
what happens when you run into more of these golems? You're noticing they're not exactly as active as they were before. They're kind of like stuttering and glitching and twitching.
If we walk past them, will they attack us?
Yes.
Will they attack Delete?
Yes.
Is there anything weird going on with the cylinder at this point in time now?
No, it's still glowing.
Is there any effect upon me from it?
You're going through like pretty normal.
All right. I mean, I guess the thing's fine.
What happens if he tries
these-
to control the golems?
Nothing happens.
Okay.
As I said, I have a drill construct that I said protect delete.
All right, and everyone else is in the spirit world.
And I can have a portal open big enough for Faebane to shoot poison at these golems, especially the ones that are not made of metal.
All right, so delete. For you, it looks like everyone's gone and a portal opens occasionally. Everyone else, you're seeing delete run through Kage's little spinny thing. Even though these things are still metallic, this thing, the construct cuts to them much greater. Faebane, even though these things are metallic, you can send them flying back.
Okay. Sweet. I'm also watching delete at all times. Should I need to phase him, I still have at least one of those left.
One of what? Ah, okay. The phasing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you guys,
I have one or
And-
two left.
it makes it a little bit easier now that these golems aren't exactly all there. As you guys continue to fight through, the exit is at hand. What does everyone do?
We
Just
book it.
in case, just because my jetpack doesn't seem useful in tight corridors, I'm just gonna try and use it as a shield, just because it is made out of unobtainium. So I mean,
And I'm still keeping delete buffed.
right?
Every time Quilby opens one of those portals, I'm buffing him. And I'm still buffing everyone else too.
How big is the entry?
Like a 2-3 person wide.
2-3 person wide?
Enough for those much to walk through.
What happens when we walk through this entrance and we're out of here? Is that the end of it?
Yeah, you guys are fine. You guys walk on through.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing else that we'll do after. That's just the end of it.
Delete.
I knew
Yeah.
it.
As you run through this, you hit a force field.
For fuck's sake.
Oh shit.
You hit a force field. You notice now this thing's cylinder is starting to take charge. It goes through the force field, meaning part of you is on one side, but your arm is on the outside, but the rest of you isn't. And this cylinder is trying to get out. It is squishing you.
Okay, so I'm being squished. I hope you guys. I will sacrifice myself for you guys.
No, wait,
And
take your hand off.
Wait, before we
No,
do that,
you guys-
let's look at some other options before we remove
Right.
an arm.
has
other
everyone else
options
made it
as
out,
well.
or is it just me that's left behind?
Hmm?
Is it like is
that-
everyone else able to get out?
Everyone else is able to get
You're-
route, and I was taking a look at my notes. Whoops, I said it wrong.
It's the other way around.
It's the
isn't
other
it?
way
It's-
around. Delete
yeah,
is
okay.
outside. The thing is inside, and it's trying to get back. It's squishing him.
Okay, yeah, now that changes it. I'm not sacrificing myself to that yet.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up, Skeleton. Can you talk over my wording for a bit? I worded this so bad. So
Power
delete.
dealer, I have a question.
Let me explain the position. Delete. My bad. I was talking about the wrong half.
Oh,
Delete. Essentially, the front half of you is outside of this field, and the bottom and the back half of you, things like your back and your butt, are on the other side. Split,
oh,
split straight down the middle.
Oh no. Oh no.
yeah, that's a lot more troublesome.
You guys, well, not you guys, delete, you notice that you can kind of nudge one way or the other. Not
Honestly, I'm getting-
it's really hard for you to do something though. You're kind of stuck.
So do
Right.
us like
Here
he's
comes in
kinda
my question,
no-footing in
if I
the door?
Power dealer,
Yes.
can I phase him and the artifact through
No.
this force field? Damn.
Could I make a construct around delete and the artifact and move him out of the door?
If you try doing that, you'll end up noticing you're essentially going to rip delete in half.
Okay, no, I don't
Hey,
do that.
if he
I
gets
do not do
the
that.
artifact
I do
out,
not
get
do
the
that.
artifact out.
Oh god.
Look,
Can I walk
you are
up
hired
to
for a
him
job.
and touch
We
his
will
wrist?
do the job. If it requires me being ripped in half and dying, so be it.
Okay, you're in a
No,
little too big a
no,
hurry to
that's
die.
you.
Plus, there's
You didn't have-
absolutely no guarantee that your death means that darn thing makes it through the force field.
Right,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
just
there's
be clear.
that.
You
There's
can
that.
shred
I'm
and
gonna
it'll
try
still be on the
something.
other side.
Open a
so
portal.
just try and localize it first. So if your construct can just go around where the artifact is and leave the rest of my body alone, try and pull that through first.
Can I
PD.
try that?
Before we
Easy?
do that, can we look at this Can we look at this artifact? And if we look at it really closely, are we gonna find a way to turn it off?
You look at it closely, you don't really see anything. I am starting a timer.
I would like to try and make a construct that fits underneath the bracelet that's on Delete's wrist and see if I can remove it that way.
If you do, delete ends up turning the other way, meaning that delete will get ripped in half, but the artifact gets out. You're good.
Would the
Can
artifact
delete
be on
take the
outside
artifact
at this
off?
point?
I mean, no,
Can delete-
it's kind of stuck on him.
Okay.
What if I press it? What happened?
You're
Like
just touching it.
that's it?
We're running
Okay.
out of time, guys.
Yeah, we are. Shit.
Just rip it off with the construct. Just rip it off with the construct.
All right.
Will this
Can I
thing go
take-
through a portal?
No, it
No.
won't.
Still no?
No.
Could I take his hand off? Just like take the hand and the wrist that has the construct on it.
If you
On it.
if you cut his hand off, the construct will. If you try doing things like that, the artifact will move back into the force field area, and delete is fine. I mean, he might be minus an arm. But still.
Okay.
So what
That's
result?
not
What
gonna
was
work
the
either.
method that results in the artifact being outside of it and delete dying again?
Yeah,
Me
delete gets
put
ripped in half.
a construct underneath the bracelet.
But the bracer will be outside, right?
What
The
rips?
artifact
What's
will-
ripping delete in half in that sense?
The
Is
field.
it the force field? Is it the force field actually?
All right.
ripping?
All
It's
right. All right.
most likely the force field.
If I look around while everybody's doing this, and I desperately look around, am I gonna see how this force field is powered anywhere?
Can't really tell.
What happens if
So
we
if-
do that method, but everything except the arm, except delete's arm, is in the spirit world?
If you try getting delete on the other side, then it moves the artifact back in.
No.
So-
So like putting the majority of Delete's body in, but leaving that arm outside. So the arm with the artifact is outside, and the rest of Delete's inside, and the portal doesn't close.
Only the artifact or Delete gets out.
Just leave me behind. Take the artifact and go. This is why I chose to be the one so that your team could actually get out. I'm the outlier. I'm not really part of your team.
Well, except
Yeah.
you're part of the team, right? But it sounds like we have no option.
Doing it though. I understand where you're coming from with this, but damn.
10.
I will kill innocents if I get out.
Fine, I do it.
I'll make it easy.
I do what I said earlier, and I put the construct underneath the bracelet, and I take it out.
Delete. You get ripped in half. And with that, the artifact is in Infinity Incorporated's possession.